It is often said there is no art without conflict and there is no protest without anthems. The Indian independence struggle was no different. As we all know, music has since ages been a powerful medium through which protests have been not only created but also taken forward. Songs were a medium for India's freedom fighters to instill social conscience in the minds of common Indians who had probably accepted the foreign rule as their fate. Let me give some examples such as Vande Mataram, penned by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee and sung by Rabindranath Tagore in the 1896 session of the Indian National Congress. By 1910, it had become a marching song. Be it Jhanda Uncha Rahe Hamara, Vijay Vishwa Tiranga Pyara or Sarfaroshi Ki Tamanna Ab Hamare Dil Mein Hai, the impact of music on struggle is not limited to India only. How many of you have heard We Shall Overcome? The song has a history of revolution. It was sung during the labor movement in America. So songs have an impact. They can set the discourse, motivate you to stand up for a cause. Sometimes it misguides too. On a lighter note, we all know that innumerable freedom fighters have shed their blood for independence, from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, but still at the back of our minds, we believe that India won its independence through ahimsa. And the credit goes to songs like De Di Hame Azadi Bina Khadak Bina Dhal, Sabarmati Ke Sant, Tune Kar Diya Kamal. Any kind of literature has a great impact on the human conscience. However, it is easier to shake it with the help of songs. And how do you think the Khalistani sympathizers would have missed this one? Namaste and welcome to TFI Post. I'm your host Piyush. Let's begin. Many are saying that the era of 1980s has returned in Punjab. However, what you are witnessing today has been brewing for years. For over a decade, Punjab has been relentlessly sliding towards the anarchy that swept the state in the 1980s and 90s. When the first posters of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale appeared in Gurdwaras in early 2000s, it should have been a wake-up call for the authorities. But no one cared, and today donning a t-shirt with the image of Bhindranwale imprinted on it is a new cool in the region. Another indicator was the revival of Khalistani propaganda through well-oiled machinery in countries like Canada, the UK, the US, Germany and Australia. This was another indicator and a big one this time. However, authorities refused to come out of their slumbers and act. They waited for a self-styled man to break into a Janala police station with armed men all around. But what was majorly missed was the glorification of Khalistani ideas by musicians churning out toxic music. This was another huge indication that everything is not alright in Punjab. Otherwise, why would a major chunk of musicians and singers have been bringing out pro-Khalistani songs? Further to your surprise, the ones doing this were not outcasts but made stars in no time. Let's go back to the farmers' protest. Why? It's because songs produced during this time were given much credit for enthusiasing the protesting youth against the laws. The songs were labeled as songs of resistance and revolution. But what we missed were the Khalistani undertones of such songs. For instance, take the Fir Dekhange fiasco. What happens in the animated video of the Punjabi song Fir Dekhange? Judges are seen blocking Prime Minister Narendra Modi's convoy and singling him out. PM Modi, wearing a saffron overcoat, faces a blockade by judges atop their tractors, who then surround him and are armed with sticks. First, the ones designated for PM's security are seen running away, and the next to run away was PM Modi. The visuals were the highlight of the song by Simmu Dhillon. However, the lyrics cannot be missed either. Masla Punjab da pani da Chandigarh da pa gaya shahidi Sant Hakka de lai, which simply translates to the issues of Punjab are those of water and Chandigarh's status as the Union Territory. And Sant here is referred to Bhindranwale attaining martyrdom for them. So is Simmu Dhillon alone in this? No. Many Punjabi singers who could hardly earn 2 meals a day are now having a flourishing career. All this with the release of anti-government and anti-reform songs with obviously a secessionist tone, or to be clear, a Khalistani undertone. Here I'm not going to tell you how badly the Khalistani undertones have crept into the industry, but would be dissecting some songs. Let's begin with Sidhu Moosewala. How many of you remember Punjab, one of his much hyped releases? He had released the song at the height of the farmers' protest, in which he can be clearly seen supporting the idea of Khalistan. The beginning of the song is followed by the old footage of Bhindranwale along with his aides walking and the lyrics that play in the background saying, "Keh keh ke badle lenda, mainu Punjab kehndे आ, Delhi bhi nap lenda, mainu Punjab kehndे आ." The song disregarded the very idea of India and the lyrics played around with the idea of sovereignty for Sikhs. Another song, Kali, released by the channel AK-47 Wale, advocates for violence against Khalistani opponents. All that the graphics contained was Khalistanis shooting into the atmosphere. The targets remained hidden except in the case of former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The song was nothing more than a motivation for the youth to pick up guns in support of Khalistan. Well, this was not the first time that a song was being used to promote gun culture. However, here it was accompanied by the visuals of Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. To add cherry to the topping, how can we forget Sophia Jamil? She had taken the hatred beyond comprehension in her song Khalistan the Solution. The singer used the song to advocate for Khalistan by spreading fictitious ideas about Sikh persecution, oppression, and the rise of fascism in India. Many songs including Sidhu Moosewala's SYL, Kamar Grewal's Alan and Himmat Sandhu's Assi Vadange have been removed from the video sharing platform YouTube. These songs were found to be promoting violence and hence were taken down. But what would surprise you is that at the time of deletion, Alan had over 1 crore views and Himmat Sandhu's Assi Vadange was viewed 13 million times. Want some more examples? Look at JCB's Teer Punjab To, which means arrow from Punjab. The song projects Delhi, that is India, as a demonic entity that has historically subverted, subjugated and ruled over Punjab. His song Put Sardara De also glorified Bhindranwale and supported the demand for Khalistan. Where does he stay? Yes, you might have guessed it, the UK. While the singers have been reaping benefits by singing anti-India and pro-Khalistan songs for years, what ignited the debate was an Instagram post by one of the much-hyped Punjabi singers who not coincidentally lives in Canada. Yes, I'm talking about Shubhjit Singh, popularly known as Shubh. Amid the ongoing trail of fugitive Amritpal Singh on March 21st, the singer shared a distorted map of India. On the map, Punjab was colored separately, which included Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, and Jammu and Kashmir and the northeast region were removed from India's territory. Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut spoke on the issue, saying many Punjabi celebrities are infected with the virus of Khalistani disease. Beheading India on its map should have serious consequences. The government of India must take strong laws against such criminals. Fill a proper answer to Khalistan in their heads by locking them in jail. That is the only way to fill in the blanks with them. And this is not the first such incident. Earlier in November 2020, Punjabi singer Corby had also posted a distorted map of India. The same image was used by Punjabi actor Neeru Bajwa. Big Beard, who goes by the Instagram handle Brown Boys and has 237,000 followers, uses the hashtag I am Punjabi not Indian, and Wazir Patel says that if you are a Sikh, you are a target, suggesting that Amritpal Singh has not committed any crimes and is still being targeted by Indian authorities. Next is Jazz Dhami. Every one of us know him. What has he said about the action of fugitive Amritpal Singh? Regardless if you support Bhai Sahab or not, just look around and absorb what is going on. This is human rights violation. Innocent people getting picked up for being Guru Sikh, peacefully protesting by doing Naam Jap, no internet, roads blocked. Well, let's put some questions for Jazz Dhami to answer. Has he no information that Amritpal Singh was advocating for Khalistan? And second, who with a sound mind would say that the Ajnala incident was peaceful? Currently, there are more than 100 YouTube channels streaming songs imbued with anti-India and pro-Khalistan sentiments. Most of them have over 1 million subscribers, so you can guess their reach. Do you remember what the secessionist group Sikhs for Justice told popular Punjabi singers after the murder of Sidhu Moosewala, that now is the time to support the Khalistan referendum for the liberation of Punjab from India, stating that no one can predict that name and timing of the next bullet. The Indian establishment needs to make sure that India does not get inflicted with another episode of De Di Hame Azadi Bina Khadak Bina Dhal, because this time there are not just mere songs but sentiments that threaten India's sovereignty.